Welcome back to I Did This Instead of Killing Myself, everyone. Stand-up comedy podcast based in Greenville, South Carolina. It's the week of November 14th, 2022. Thanks for listening. If it's your first time here, thanks so much for stopping by. It's, like and subscribe if you want to check it out. We talk to local comics here in the upstate and just have a good time, and we keep it light. Crazy world out there. I don't know why I said that. I got my headphones on, and I'm in my own. Here's why. I feel off right now because I just took like a 4-hour nap. I've been very tired. So I slept all day Sunday, and I put Do Not Disturb on my phone, and it felt amazing. Do that sometimes. Just stop doing stuff. Maybe right now is a good time to do that. If it's Monday morning and you're feeling like depressed and like not feeling like doing your job, just put this episode on, chill out, and just be lazy. Look at some memes. Scroll on your phone. Just ease into your week. Don't work too hard. All right. Anyway, our guest today is somebody that helps relieve stress in my life. Just because anytime I see him, he's always got a positive disposition. I love the timing of this episode, too, because this guy's also a veteran, and this is coming off of last Friday was Veterans Day. So really appreciate this dude's service. Our guest today, Chris Whiteside. Chris is truly one of my favorite people in the Greenville comedy scene. I mentioned this in the interview, but this is overdue. We should have had him on much earlier. He is just a fixture. If you've ever been downtown at a karaoke mic or at an open mic, you'll probably have seen Chris. But he is, first thing I'll say, yes, he's just a very positive person. Lights up a room, always got a smile on. And he is musically talented. He's one of the best voices I've heard of the local comics who sing karaoke. He does a hell of a Prince, and Purple Rain is his go-to. And he also can play the ukulele, sing on stage, and very funny, very likable, and just an awesome guy. So I was really glad we got to know him on this episode. So on this episode, we talk about his background. Comes from Travelers Rest. And kind of born and raised here in South Carolina. He spent time in the military with the Army. We talk about what he did over in Iraq and some really cool stories over there that I thought were fascinating. And again, appreciate his service. He shares his Obama impression. And yeah, really enjoyed the interview. I think you'll enjoy him too. It's impossible not to. This dude's an awesome guy. So anyway, before we get to the interview though, here's what's going on this week in local comedy, the week of November 14th, 2022. So this week we have our normal open mic starting with Coffee Underground tonight at 7 o'clock, hosted by No Expectations Comedy. Craig Holcomb, Travis Thubbin. Starts at 7. Get there or between 6 and 6:30 to sign up. On Tuesday we have Radio Room hosted by Jeff Thompson. That's an 8 o'clock show. Show up, sign up. Also on Tuesday we have the Art Bar in Columbia hosted by Patrick Fowler. DM Patrick for a spot. Also on Tuesday we have The Odd with James Herod. 9 o'clock show. On Wednesday, Tom Emmons, Swamp Rabbit Comedy. It's an open mic at the VFW Post 9273 in Piedmont. 7 o'clock show, 6:30 sign up. Also on Wednesday, we have the Disclaimer open mic in Asheville. 8 o'clock show, Carrie Goff, point of contact. On Thursday, we have no Comedy Zone this week. We have a celebrity comic, Tim Shropshire. It's a 7 o'clock show. On Friday, we have All Jokes Aside at Habiba's Mediterranean Restaurant, hosted by Dante Anderson. That's a 9 o'clock show. DM Dante for details. And this weekend at the Comedy Zone, we have John Christ, social media celebrity. He's got one show on Friday the 18th, 2 shows on Friday the 18th at 7 and 9, 2 shows on Saturday the 19th at 6 and 9, and 1 show on Sunday at 7 o'clock. Tickets available at greenvillecomedyzone.com. All right. That's it. That's it for local comedy. Make it a fun, awesome week, and don't work too hard. Give yourself a break this week. All right. Hope you enjoyed the interview with Chris Whiteside. Here it is. Chris Whiteside.
Whiteside?
Yeah, we're live, man. Are you excited?
Man, I am. Yeah, I am.
I can tell you're excited. I'm happy you're here, man.
Heck yeah.
This is way overdue. Way overdue. I think didn't I tell you what episode did I tell you we were gonna do it? Wasn't it like 17?
Yeah, we were like a 17, and I was thinking 22.
And now we're in like the 80s of episodes. I think by the time this gets out here,
That's cool.
So,
I'm
dude,
a 80s
that's my
baby.
fault. That's my fault. We just didn't get around to it. But I'm like thrilled that you're on here.
Yes.
Yeah, because you are for those of you who don't know, Mr. Whiteside, you're definitely, I would describe you as like a staple of like downtown for sure.
Yeah.
On the karaoke stage, on the stand-up stage, your musical talents, not just singing, but you have your like ukulele here. And yeah, man, you're always like smiling and like just a burst of positive energy. So I'm pumped to have you on, man.
Yes, man, I appreciate that, and it's a pleasure to be here again. We had fun on New Year's.
Yeah.
After party too.
Dude, yeah, that's right. New
That
Year's
night,
Eve.
we went to Charleston.
Yeah. Can you hold it a little closer?
I
let
will.
you
My
up here.
bad.
No, you're good. You're good. That's right. New Year's was a fun time. That was Brandon Rainwater hosted a big show at Comedy Zone.
Yes.
And then we all went out.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. What's your typical New Year's Eve festivities?
Usually like I actually celebrate with like some of my friends. One of them he's a famous Pokemon Go streamer down here, and I'll go hang out at his house at bonfire and stuff. And it's always an interesting time. We just with somebody, one of my good friends is random and different. So
yeah, I feel like there's kind of like two New Year's Eve hangs you could do. You could do like the all inclusive like party thing, or
which is what we did.
Which is what we did that night.
Yeah.
Or you could hang out and do with friends at your house, which is all right. But I know like those the New Year's Eve things that are like when you pay for the big party and it's like open bar. Before I quit drinking, I would always like get blackout with those.
Yes. And I'm glad you didn't have a drink there, so that's good.
No.
Yeah, you did good. I've been watching you through a lot of your sobriety and hearing that. And I kept trying to offer you drinks. I was like, bro, can I get you a drink? He's like, no, I'm not drinking. I was like, you know my memory.
Yeah, we always talk about sobriety. But while we're on the top, are you still drink?
I slowed down a lot. Like I said, I had that first bombing experiences at the Comedy Zone during the competition rounds, and I was drinking too much because I was nervous. And I was like, never again.
Oh, yeah, that was, okay, so that was a year ago. Yeah, tell me about that, the competition thing. I don't remember your set. You said you got too drunk on stage?
Oh, man, it was horrible. And Yonko Boudreaux was there, and he brought the guitar, and I brought a raggedy guitar that like was missing the string, and I couldn't play. Like, I play the uke now, but yeah. So I bombed.
Know it was a bomb?
No, I bombed.
You bombed?
I bombed. I got drunk. You ain't supposed to get drunk when you're. That's why most comedians have water. Okay, drink water, and so you can process your set. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. We got water here.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh man. So, dude, I want to hear about your background. So, you're from Travelers Rest.
That's right, TR. Yeah, that's how they say it. There's, we got a little slang, a little country tone on it. But TR, Travelers Rest, went to TR High School, Devil Dog Nation, shout out. And actually through high school, I grew up in Marietta a little bit, which was interesting.
That's right. You mentioned that yourself.
Marietta,
Georgia.
South Carolina.
It's
above Travelers Rest. It's a hole in the wall. It's one red light and like one Burger King, nothing else.
Okay.
Marietta Manor, shout out.
Yeah.
It's a huge group, 5,000 up there. They're strong. They do good stuff for their community.
Very cool. And then you did military as well.
Yes, I did, man. I was like I was so torn in high school between what I actually wanted to do,
Did you have any ideas about what you wanted to do when you grew up?
I didn't, and I didn't know much about the military, but I was so torn between my family on both sides of my family trying to guide me and tell me what I should do that I just made my own decision to join the military.
So they were both chiming in with suggestions.
Oh yeah.
What did they think you should do?
Well, my grandparents on the Caucasian side, definitely wanted me to go to college and stuff like that. They graduated from Clemson, they're alumni, and out there, and on the other side of my family, they didn't want me to join the military. We'll say that much for sure. Because they're skeptical about just some. My grandpa went in to Vietnam and he didn't come back the same, and I didn't either. But I took it like a grain of salt.
Yeah, for sure. And you mentioned this in your set a lot, but your last name's Whiteside, and you have two sides of your family. You have the white side and the black side.
Yes, yeah, so diverse, man. I love being in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? And being right there, because you need a mediator to be able to witness both sides of the argument on any occasion, whatever it is in life. And and I got to see that wholeheartedly with both sides of my family. And I'll point out the good and bad on both, and then try to go from there. You know. Even with comedy, I'll do some hardcore, like dark black jokes, and then sometimes I'll switch on the other side and be like, I don't know whether to vote for
Obama
but I don't
Trump
even
or something.
Obama or Donald Trump Jr. To make the joke.
Dude, by the way, this is one of my favorite things when a guest is a good impressionist because it's awesome. But you have a great Obama impression. Do you mind giving me a little Obama?
David, let's be clear. Me and Michelle didn't agree with Sasha and Malia going to Bob Jones. And the other one, we left her in Chicago. And we couldn't bring her to the White House. That's why I speak so well, too. Bob Jones, class of 08.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I have fun with it.
Dude, I love that. The line that nails it is let's be clear.
that is him, man. That's him all day, and that's how you can tell. And then, I'm kind of light-skinned, too. I can say, and I think I have better looks than that man. I really can't speak as well as him, but yeah, we'll get there one day.
Did Obama have, what were his parents? Did he come from a mixed family as well? I don't even know.
I know Kenyan. Yeah, he got some Kenyan in his background, and we're not clear about the birth certificate in Hawaii.
Let's be clear.
Let's be clear. I'm going to go back to Kenya after 3 years in. And Michelle, she just wanted to go back to Chicago.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, that's great, man.
Yeah, it's fun, and I need to work on more impersonators because they are fun.
Yeah,
and seeing other comics pull, even like
Lewis Kirk is awesome. And we've had Melly on too. She does like not specific people, but she does different accents.
Yeah, she's so good. I definitely caught that.
Yeah, I'm jealous of people that can do them because I don't really. I don't know. I don't really dabble in that. But
got to get you a Thor impersonation.
A Thor? Yeah, he's so boring. I mean,
he is, especially the new stuff.
I mean, some of the movies have gotten kind of funny, but what other impersonations would you want to try to do? Have you thought about any?
Dave Chappelle is fun, especially with some of the recent stuff where he got rushed on stage and stuff. And I made a joke about that one. I was like, I need a drink, Kenwood. You know what I'm saying? Like a nigga need a drink. I got it, and I'll play with that. And I knew that got some good laughs, but I need to work on it, and actually do it for a couple weeks.
For sure.
He'd be fun. I think Bernie Mac. If I could nail some Bernie Mac.
Dude, I just watched a movie this past weekend with Bernie Mac in it. Have you ever seen Ocean's 11, the original?
Yes.
Dude.
It's so good.
So great.
Yeah.
When they robbed the bank. The blackjack dealer. He was very funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. And then him on Transformers at the gas station.
Dude, I don't remember that part yet.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna send you that clip later. Okay. You could even clip it in. It's so his laugh on that is so funny.
Yeah. It's he's great, and I'm sure I forget all the movies he's in. I know he had his own show and everything, but it's great when a comic like that could just be in a movie and like they just they got a comic role to fill and they just hit it out of the park and it makes the movie better. And sometimes like old movies I'll watch, and like Ocean's 11's pretty damn old. I think it's like 2001 now, so it's like pushing 20 years or more. And a lot of times like I'll go back and watch and the movie kind of sucks, but that one held up really well, and I think Bernie Mac definitely made it better. But okay,
and the fact that he passed away too, and him and John Witherspoon, Pops from Friday. Like, God damn it, Craig! And every time I say that and think about, I wanted to do some of them too and fuck with Craig Holcomb. Had coffee one night. God damn it, Craig! How come every time I'm getting coffee, you getting coffee?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's what Fridays.
Yeah,
dude, I gotta add it to my list. Kylo Ren was giving me shit for not watching enough black movies. I did watch Harlem Nights recently. Have you seen that movie?
You get some points. Yeah, you get some points there. It's been a minute, but
dude, that movie was like intense. I was not expecting it to be like there was like a lot of killing in it.
Yeah,
and like it was like a mobster movie. I thought it was funny, but I thought it was gonna be like more funny the entire time. It was like pretty
intense.
And Richard Pryor, Yeah, he was aggressive in it. But yeah, man, I got to get on that.
Yeah.
So military. Which branch of the military did you join?
I joined the Army.
Okay.
Yeah, I joined the Army, you know what I'm saying? And at first I told my recruiter, I said, I'm not going to take anything unless I got to do with computers. I'm a tech guy, you know what I'm saying? Got the Ray-Ban glasses, you know what I'm saying? Shout out. We're going to.
Yeah.
They call them Men in Black shades. Y'all know I'm recording too. Y'all think y'all recording me, trying to catch me slipping? I'm getting y'all too. But,
yeah, dude. Is that recording right now?
It is. It was. Yeah, and I'll shoot you that clip.
Dude, that'd be kind of cool. This is like
a little back and forth.
We could add the video, keep the audio the same, be like, this is what Whiteside's looking at right now. Although right now it's probably looking at the ceiling.
Yeah, I turned it off. I hit the button on the side. You can talk to it and tell it to record and takes pictures too. So
okay,
which is cool. I'll get a still for us when we finish.
Yeah,
I'll let you put them on and get me.
Yeah. I got you. Okay, so you wanted a tech job in the military.
Tech job in the military? Yeah, keep me on track. I got ADHD.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, tech job in the military. And thankfully, most recruiters they say recruiters a lot to you, try to get you in, and they do a lot of times. But if you're just straight up with them and stuff, and they believe you, you know what I'm saying. So I got a satellite communications job, and you know what I'm saying. I got to basically be the Verizon guy of the Army. You know what I'm saying.
Okay.
And the network side of things, and setting up the 50-meter antennas all the way up in the air, and then we do that for a while. And I got a secret clearance, which is cool. I was like, man,
okay,
yeah,
top secret.
Dropped out of high school too. Now enjoying, you know what I'm saying. Gave up varsity basketball and everything. I was like, I'm gonna make a weird decision to do my own thing.
Yeah, and, good for you for doing that, man.
Yeah, man, it was an honor. It really was.
So the satellites you're setting up, these are the things that kind of help coordinate what, like drones and things like that?
Man, all of that. The internet, anything you need for internet and communication is the biggest part of anything, whether it's the military or relationships or.
So like for like a military objective, like they're setting up some kind of like, I don't know, base in the Middle East where there's no internet.
Yep, no
that
communication.
Would require something from
us to come in and set up a huge antenna in the middle of somewhere that we could link both fobs or bases, and let them communicate and everything. And not only that, but officers to be able to be on their computers and sit at the desk and do some private stuff.
How good is the service? Are we talking 5-bar Wi-Fi? Like,
oh yeah, no, it's pretty solid for immediate communications. But yeah, it's.
And you dealing with terrain over there too? Like if you're in the mountains and stuff, there's other factors you got to consider. Like
most certainly, yeah. But it's just about the same there.
Okay. Because I can picture, like, I'm such an idiot. I don't know military, so like my knowledge of military comes from friends or like. Movies.
Movies.
Yeah. So like if I think about a movie like what is the one where they get Bin Laden? Is that Zero Dark 30? That's when the SEAL Team 6, I think, goes and
the helicopter crashes.
Makes the call. The helicopter crashes at the compound and stuff.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure when the SEAL Team gets in the helicopter, they like go dark on communication for a while because there's this like
it can get picked up and then give away their position.
Give away their position, yeah, and then I don't even think they have radio contact. I don't know if it was to not give away their position or if they didn't have like service or whatever.
That or having someone that's gonna actually be too loud if something goes wrong and be like, hey, and then alert the other room. You see how they went in and turned and went blackout too and turned the beams on. The beams were on everybody and they can't see them. PEC 15s, that's really cool. I got to play with some of that stuff when I joined the infantry.
Did you really?
Yeah, I had to make. See, I was in National Guard there for the signal stuff, and then I was like, I earned rank so fast because my school was a year long down in Georgia, Augusta, that I got back to my National Guard unit and was like a E4 already, 4 ranks up. And
oh wow!
And
that's
I was like,
awesome,
and it was during the recession, so it was hard to find jobs for people. And the two days a week thing just wasn't cutting it for me. I wasn't doing enough.
Okay.
And challenging myself. So
you went and did the other thing.
Went to regular army. And I went into MEPS where you got to go back through. And they was like, I was hoping they was going to give me the same job in the communication field, but it was like, the only thing you can do is infantry. Bro, my heart stopped right there on the spot.
You were
I was like,
infantry in the Army.
I was full active duty. Yeah.
Holy shit! During which conflict was this? Were you?
This is I went to Iraq. This was in between Iraq and Afghanistan. I was in Iraq in 2010 with the infantry, so it was during that time frame.
Okay.
But man, it was a challenge. It was a challenge.
Man, and I know this might be like a hard topic to even talk about. We don't have to talk too much.
No, we can. We can talk. We can
talk about it.
Oh yeah, anything you want to ask, I'm here for it today.
So what kind of stuff did you see when you were in the infantry?
Man, well, here training in Garrison here, just a lot of ranges and a lot of shooting, a lot of familiarizing yourself with weapons, and like you said, nothing but men at the time. I think women can join certain fields now, with combat and stuff.
Okay, but so all men in the infantry. So you got. So let me ask you this: in the barracks, does it just smell like BO all the time?
No, it's not bad there.
It's not bad?
But in the field, oh yeah, there's no showers for weeks at a time.
Yeah.
And,
I asked the question because when I was in college, I visited the Air Force Academy, and it was for like this special speakers convention, and they sent a couple people from my college, and we stayed in the barracks with all the people that were at the Air Force Academy. And like
cadets.
We slept on the cadets, yeah. We slept on like these things that were it was almost like a folding chair type bed. Like it was like wooden, and then it was just like canvas over the top, and you just slept on top of that. It wasn't even a mattress, and like shared bathrooms and stuff. And dude, I swear none of those guys like had shower,
had good hygiene.
No. And nobody cared because it was all dudes.
Yeah,
and it was like whatever. And I was like,
oh yeah, the infantry's like that, bro. It's yeah. And that's why I didn't want to do cold weather training, because you got to get in a tent with a guy, and I mean not a tent, a sleeping bag. But you will when it's negative 15 degrees up in New York. And you're doing cold weather training.
Yeah,
okay, it's cold, bro. Just turn that away.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so you're when you're in this was in Georgia when you were training.
No, that was for the signal part of it. Now, when I went active duty, they sent me back to basic training, which is kind of unheard of.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had to go back through that process. But for infantry, their basic goes straight through. Their school's only 4 weeks long.
Okay.
Now my school was a year long for the communication stuff.
I got you.
It was 4 weeks long, so they sent me back to like week 6 of basic training, which there's only 8 weeks in the Army.
I got you.
And then I did the rest of their 4-week training with them. And
so were you in basic? Where were you when you were in basic training? You were here in the States?
Yep, I was in Fort Jackson in Columbia.
Okay.
For my first basic, and then the infantry basic is in Fort Benning, Georgia.
Okay.
So I went down there.
Gotcha. So that was where you a lot of shooting, familiarizing yourself with weapons. Okay. So what kind of weapons are we talking here?
M4s, saws.
What is that? What's an M4?
M4 is
I'm an idiot. People who play Call of Duty are probably like,
yeah, it's basically what is it?
That's an automatic rifle, isn't it?
It goes from burst and single fire.
Okay.
It's not automatic, but let's see. I can't think of the other name of it. What is the M4 and it's been, like I said, I haven't touched a gun since 2012. I put all that stuff down and try to change. But yeah, M4 and the National Guard, they still got M16s. You know what I'm saying? That's old school.
Wow.
Which was why they get the National Guard get the worst of the stuff, and then of course regular Army gets the best, and then if you go Ranger and Special Forces, they get everything cool.
Okay.
So, yeah. So.
Gotcha.
That 240 Bravo. You know what I'm saying? They shoot like 200 to 500 rounds a minute.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And 5.56, which is what M4s use, and stuff.
What was the favorite gun you got to shoot?
Probably the 50 caliber machine gun. That thing is nasty as a monster, and the capabilities of it. Like you shoot in the front of a car, and it'd knock the whole block out, and the car would stop right there on the spot.
Wow!
And a bullet can actually whiz past you, and just the heat from it stuff will rip your skin and burn you.
Oh my god! The bullets are that big,
that long.
Okay.
Just one, yeah. So that was fun.
Now, 50 cal machine gun. What is that typically? Is that like mounted on the back of a Humvee? Typically?
You typically mount them on the back, or we had to use them at the front gate, and in our fob to protect it, and we'd have to go up there and
What's
do
a fob?
It's a forward operating base. It's like
base.
for infantry. It's outside, and it's outside.
So you'll have the 50 cal.
At the front gate.
At the front gate.
There. Yep. So anybody coming in with vehicles and we're not too clear about, or we have some problems, that we got the big boy up there.
Okay. I got you. 50 cal's been around a long time. Didn't they have those in World War II? I'm going back
not
to
sure about the history. Yeah. They've been around. The Browning, it's been around for quite some time.
Yeah.
The sniper is even cooler. I ain't get to fire that. I wish if I would have joined like the Ranger and made Rangers and stuff, I would have got to play around with the 50 cal
exposure do you
sniper.
get to sniper rifles in terms of, do you just know guys that are snipers and like you kind of get to see what they're doing?
Yeah, or if you qualify very well in the infantry with marksmanship, which you're supposed to, you know what I'm saying, hopefully, especially if you earn leadership, you have the option to go to sniper school, which is back at like Fort Benning and stuff. And I definitely didn't want to do it because I didn't want to be outside making the ghillie suits and getting.
They have to make their own ghillie suits.
Oh, you're sick. Yeah, it's tight.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah,
those they don't just have those made by other people. You have to make your own.
No, yeah, they make their own at basic or at the school for their they make their own and
ghillie suits.
Yeah.
That's what they call them. How do you make a ghillie suit?
You whatever the nature that you're around, so they're down in Georgia, so they're looking at the leaves there, and they got certain missions there, and you blend in. So
I guess that makes total sense. You would have to make it based on the terrain that you're
in.
You're surrounding yourself with. Okay, so when you got sent over.
Yes. Oh man.
So where were you stationed when you first got sent over? Iraq.
Fort Riley, Kansas. You mean when I was here?
No. When you went over. Or did you go over?
No, I did. Yeah, I went there. I was in Iraq in 2009, we was we was right before JBB, which is the biggest Air Force base in Iraq, and we were protecting it.
For?
I can't remember.
Oh, you're good.
But it's Balad Air Force, also known as Balad Air Force Base.
Okay.
And we were literally 10 minutes from their gate, and we'd protect them from indirect fire. People running out and trying to set up mortars and shooting them and trying to kill someone inside the biggest base we have there, and stuff like that. So we'd be just protecting them and making sure things weren't going on. And
so you were in the infantry at this point, protecting that base.
With the huge Air Force base, I mean the biggest one where we have a lot of our cooks and stuff and transportation people and all
coming in and out.
Yes, every day.
Wow. So were there a lot of threats from outside people?
It wasn't as bad when I was there. Then we had a few indirect fire, and they'd have us call and go out and and I got other than it was, like I said, it wasn't bad. We were really shutting down, trying to get out, pull soldiers out of Iraq.
Trying to get out, yeah.
Yeah, so
because you were in 2010. You said you went over, so this was after Obama had gotten elected for about 2 years, and his big thing was
withdrawing troops.
Bush's war, not my war. We're trying to get out.
Yes.
But yeah, it was still heat of the conflict, though. I mean, Iraq was still a thing.
Oh, definitely. I mean, we had one major incident, you know what I'm saying, in the time frame where, ID went off and I was on the back truck and we had 3 trucks, 3 MRAPs, and a small ID. It was very small. Like, I mean, we heard it and stuff. We knew it didn't do too much damage, but we had men outside of the truck at that time.
Walking?
Yes. And and even I didn't fire because, like I said, it was just boom, and we heard a few gunshots coming from our left, and we called helicopters in so quick that it wasn't even a threat for them. We couldn't find them anymore. They just popped shots and they were.
So IUD, what is it? IED. What does that stand for?
Inexplosive ordnance device.
Ordnance device.
Yeah.
Is that like a mine or something?
Yeah, it's
that goes off when you like run over it?
Pretty much, but it's improvised. So, we're fighting a war where it rains there. They'll find anything they can, especially if, like an old, anything American. If we leave trash there or something that looks familiar to us, and they'll bury it in the ground or leave it on the side of the road and have a bomb in it and be sitting back with a cell phone to detonate it when we come through patrolling and stuff.
So you were on a patrol when this happened?
Yes.
Okay, so you were in the truck. Were you driving?
No, I wasn't. I was on the gun in the third truck.
Oh, you're on the gun in the
third truck.
Okay, so there was 3 trucks on this patrol.
Yeah.
Which one set off the?
It was the first truck.
The first truck went off ahead of you.
Yep, and like I said, we had men outside. No, we knew it didn't do much damage at all, but we were scared, especially once we heard a few shots pop off. They were just trying to scare us and trap it, and trap us. But they like I said, they took off after they heard them helicopters coming.
Okay, gotcha. So what's the process of it? Like somebody gets on the walkie-talkie immediately?
Yes, it's like a 9 line, and we have to do that at practice, and to get like an expert infantry badge. Like they'll send us to have us practicing those, and you get a radio, and you have to call in 9 different lines, like the coordinates. I can't remember it all now, but like coordinates and what's going, who you're with and stuff like that. It's 9 different lines and then of course a high ranking guy will probably do that and then call it in real quick and they shoot it in. They'll be there.
How fast between typing in the 9 lines and calling it, does the helicopter arrive?
Man, they were there within, I swear, literally 5 minutes, but just because we were that close to the Blythe Air Force Base, for something. Yeah, so it wasn't too far from them to just come on out real quick.
Damn.
And I tell you what's sad, man. What was sad, man. Seeing one time, those helicopter pilots, they do so many hours, and it's very tiring. And we seen one crash when we came in, and he crashed and stuff. I think it was for fatigue. It wasn't war related or missile or anything, but I seen one crash. And
you saw one crash from the sky?
Yeah, and into the base, like, you know what I'm saying, Belied, and we're pretty sure that's what it was, like fatigue.
Okay.
And I got to ride in my first helicopter actually in Iraq. You know what I'm saying? We did some aerial training. It's called ARF, aerial recon training, and I fell asleep. You know, I did.
How long? So how long are these when they're taking the helicopter up? How long are they up in the air?
Like I said, it depends on their fuel and which size of the helicopters, but and if they're actually engaged in a fight. And stuff, but as soon as they run out of ammo and stuff, they'll go back. Or they get low.
What's the longest a helicopter could stay in the air before refueling?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
We're talking hours, like
probably at least an hour or two.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's something I wanted to do too.
You wanted to fly helicopters?
Yeah, after I'd seen some missions stuff, but I didn't. Yeah. It was either that or PSYOPs, which is psychological operations of the military.
Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, dude. Flying a helicopter would be badass.
It would be sick. It would be pretty cool.
But I've heard that a military-grade helicopter is one of the most complicated pieces of machinery that exists on planet Earth in terms of, like, knowing how everything works.
Most certainly. Yeah. Most certainly, bro. It's deep.
Because of these Black Hawk helicopters we're talking?
Black Hawks and I can't think of the small ones. The little small, like, two-man ones. I don't know if you've seen them.
Yeah, they're have like a bubble on the front.
Yeah, kind of. Them. I love seeing them because they really be zooming around and having fun. Like, they be they can be in and out of stuff. But especially mainly for recon and stuff. But they'll definitely come in if it's something small and help out. Gotcha. Like I said, just hearing those is, we have cadences and stuff about helicopters because, what I'm saying? I hear the choppers hovering. Oh, they're hovering overhead. They come to get the wounded. They coming to get the dead.
Oh,
so it's very psychological. Them are cadences. This stuff we're marching through the basic. You know what I'm saying? So
it's heavy stuff.
It's very heavy. Yeah. Psychological for sure. And then why? And then infantry. Why is the sky blue? And they'll ask us that, the drill sergeants. Why is the sky blue? Because God loves the infantry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very deep stuff. You know what I'm saying? Once you pick it up on it. And
wait, what does that mean exactly? God loves the infantry. So
basically like God painted the sky blue. Why is the sky blue? Like
is that your guys' color? Blue?
Oh yeah, blue. And the blue cord. You see the infantry with the blue cord and yeah, it's a designated color for infantry.
Yeah,
I have to show you some of the stuff that relates to that later.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Even the CIB, the combat infantry badge, is it's got that blue on it.
Okay.
Only the infantry can get that. That means you're engaged in war with the infantry.
Yeah. Is there like a more street cred for infantry because you guys are doing the hard stuff?
Oh, for sure.
You guys are frontline to defense.
For sure.
And it's because I remember when I went to the Air Force Academy, they were telling us that sometimes the Army would call the Air Force the chair force because they sit in chairs.
Yeah.
They're in a plane. They're safe. They're away from live fire.
Yeah, we give each other hell between the branches. Of course, the Marine Corps are very tough, and their basic is double of everybody else's in the service. So
they have big egos?
They do. There ain't nothing wrong with that. It's like the infantry of the Army. We have bigger ego probably than a cook or...
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of cool that exists. I feel like that exists like at a much like less serious level in like sports teams. Between the different position groups, even like offensive line, defensive line. Like I played that, and like we always kind of thought, or just I guess on defense, we thought the offense was kind of soft because they're the pretty boy quarterback and wide receivers, like they don't like contact typically, whereas defense, we're banging against each other all the time and we're beat up and we're tough and trying to.
So y'all feeling like the infantry out there on the
Yeah,
defensive
sometimes
side.
the offensive defensive line feels, it feels
Yes,
a little like the
sir.
infantry. You know, it's kind of a thankless job. You don't get your name called out as much. You don't get the
recognition,
glory or recognition on Saturdays. And you know, there's just different little vibes between, like, the linebackers are kind of a little different than, you know, the DBs and stuff like that. But the cool thing is, like, with war, probably, I mean, on Saturday, you know, everybody's working together for the same goal, and, like, you know, those internal differences aren't really important. It's just everybody's got a different role to play.
That's right.
So,
one team, one fight.
One team,
one fight.
One team, one fight.
Yeah, there's some stuff that you'll never forget some of that stuff.
Yeah.
One team, one fight.
So, do you have any? I mean, you already told a couple of stories for, you know, your time over there. Any really cool stories that stand out to you from your time in Iraq?
Yeah, when I first arrived, it was nighttime, and I was blown away because, you know, of course they were making, I was, I think, an E4 specialist at the time, which is right up under a sergeant, but you know, of course, we're on bag detail, you know, and we had like 300 soldiers on a plane.
Bag detail. So what does that mean?
All you know, all the stuff we had to pack for war, and only, you know, the certain checklists that we only could bring. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, you know, our duffel bag. And they're huge. Of course, you know, they're weighted and had to weigh at least 100, almost 100 pounds
each one.
And they made like just 5 of us unload every single soldiers. And not only that, it was 100. The pilot came over. You know how they come over when you're landing, and it's like, oh, hey guys, welcome to Iraq. I'm like, yeah, welcome to Iraq. I got you. That was funny. And then he said, it's 128 degrees. It was nighttime. It's like 2:00 in the morning.
It's 128 degrees outside.
Yeah,
in Iraq,
bro.
What month is this?
When did we get there? Like in August? No, in August. Maybe July. In the July, August.
Heat of the summer.
Yeah.
2 a.m. 128 degrees.
Out of nowhere.
Holy shit!
I think that was with the temp rising, but it was 100 plus. Right?
Dude, I can imagine that at night.
It feels like you open an oven and getting a pie out. You know how that first heat waves hit. That's how it feels almost everywhere, especially during the day.
So the heat first hits you when the plane, like, door opens. Basically?
Yeah. That's as soon as you like, okay, this is a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something else that threw me off there. You know, this is I only did one deployment, and that was enough for me. But when it rains, it catches the dust in the air, and imagine trying to go to church on a Sunday in a white suit, and when you get sprinkled on, it all splotches of mud on you.
Yeah,
that was very strange.
Yeah,
witnessing that, and of course I was looking out for camel spiders. I had to see one. I seen a baby camel spider. But
wait. So the rain thing.
Yeah.
So it comes down. Is it like you're just walking through fog, pea soup fog, like?
I mean, you'll see it like that, but I mean, it's just normally raining, and it'll catch the dust and stuff in the air, and be nasty and be tinted, a little reddish and stuff.
Yeah, that's
that was something unique.
What were you thinking when you got off the plane at 2 a.m. bag detail and it's 128 degrees?
Yeah, that I'm not gonna make it during the daytime.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pass out from dehydration and which you know I probably had a couple times. I ain't gonna admit that for the record, but
yeah,
it was tough. And then of course the worst is wearing all of your gear. You know, we're wearing 118 pounds of protective gear and stuff. So and your helmet at all times, and so that stuff it took. I don't think I almost never got used to that. And the whole time I was there, like it was rough.
Yeah,
especially doing 12-hour shifts all day long somewhere at the front gate or something, or training the Air Force. That was cool too. The Air Force would come to our fob. Yeah, and we had our own range on the back of our fob. Right, and so we could go back there and practice whenever we want, shoot some grenades off or whatever. Mess around.
Yeah, would you do that a lot? Did you practice a lot?
Yeah, we did. I got to actually shoot my first sniper rifle back there. And
you did?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and that was fun, and I was actually amazed. Like I hit it. There was a can or something out far off, and I hit that thing 3 or 4 times and right up into the air and stuff. And I was like,
nice.
Whoa! Like, I was like, okay, these things are very accurate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was cool, and shot my first shotgun in my entire life there.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was.
Are military shotguns at all similar to what you used to shoot skeet? Because that's all I've ever done. Really, is shot skeet. Like up north, that's literally all.
They're pretty much just a generic, you know what I'm saying, and made for really, knocking the door handles off and boom, going straight in certain doors and stuff.
Okay,
it ain't necessarily for going in. We got M4s and stuff with beams.
Yeah, can you hold it closer a little bit?
Yeah,
Sorry.
my bad.
Yeah, no, dude, Chris was miming the gun stuff there, but
yeah, I was getting into it. Trigger fingers itching.
Easy Whiteside. No, I'm just kidding. No, dude.
I'm in therapy now. Don't do that.
No. You're good, bro. I was just that's cool, man. Okay, so like when you're on the base over there, what did you guys do for fun?
What did
I'm always curious. What do enlisted guys like? What do guys that are like in the army do for fun when they're deployed? There's a lot of downtime.
You
right?
lift weights. Yeah. We got gyms, and luckily we had a gym in the little fob that we were in. But now the Air Force Base, they didn't let us there until we were getting ready to leave, and we got to move on to the Air Force Base, which was really cool because there's regular restaurants that we have here back home, and
really,
oh man, they got Olympic sized swimming pool, movie theaters on one side, and
dude,
everything.
Air Force, man, these pretty boys over here.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and we're sitting out the gate, 12 hours protecting them. Well, we love y'all, Air Force. We really do.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, dude.
Yeah, y'all got them helicopters there expeditiously.
Yeah.
So it was cool, but yeah, that's what you do. And then, like I said, in the infantry, like I said, what we do for them is go back to that range and shoot some guns off and lift, get to the gym and like I said, and just work on building each other and our team relationships.
Yeah, that's great, man. You probably develop pretty close friendships with the dudes over there.
Most certainly, you have no choice but to. You want to. If anything goes down, you want every single soldier to have your back like you're supposed to have theirs.
Right. Yeah, that's again the only thing I have to compare that to is sports. And I remember my linebacker coach would. This is, again, to a much lower degree of seriousness and importance, but he always said, like, the military, it's another level. He had a fondness for the Marines, but I remember, like, we'd have to go into a classroom to watch game film, and this is college, it was just D2 football, but our coach was kind of a nut. But he liked to make comparisons to like brothers in war, and like he had a lot of respect for that. I remember he'd have when we watched film, he'd have a screensaver up, and he had a picture of a Marine, I think from, I don't know when it was, maybe World War II or Vietnam or something, and it was a Marine, and he was had his just a cigarette in his mouth, and it was just taken like not when he was looking, and just that how it's. He would like to say it's like the closest thing that we could compare without being in war to, how he wanted us to look out for each other.
Yes.
And, you go through hard shit in football camp. That's, again, not like
grueling.
It's just, the reporting in August and the heat and the everybody fucking hates practice then. And, but you get close through it because you're living together. You're living in the dorms. Everybody's together. You're at practice and getting banged up. And but yeah, you get tight with those people. Like the college buddies I have now are the closest friends I have, probably still to this day. And that's these guys.
Yes.
But yeah, man, that's cool. So what was your biggest takeaway from being in Iraq and your time over there? Anything different than what you thought going in, or like lessons you learned from it? Or
for sure, I'll tell you something that really struck me was just seeing how their living conditions, and
of the people over there.
Yes, for sure. like the kids would love us to death because we'd give them stuff or candy or water, things that they couldn't get normally. And just seeing, we would be in their trucks and watching their children run straight towards us. And I mean, through a shitty canal and everything with no shoes, nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just for a piece of candy or, or something that the Americans have.
Yeah.
So that was tough, and and not only that, but seeing the difference in their school children there, and the women being covered up, and all that, even in school and middle school and stuff, the girls are their faces are covered and everything. So that was
wow.
With backpacks on, they're going to school. So all of that was interesting, and worrisome at the same time. Never forgetting stepping out into the city of Iraq for the first time. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little nervous, heart was pounding.
Yeah.
And my one of my senior soldiers, Sergeant Jackson, pushed me. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go ahead out. Come on." They done did 5 deployments before me and stuff, but
so this was when you were going out into which city? Was this Baghdad?
What was the name of that city we were in? Ad-Dujel. It's called Ad-Dujel. I have to look that back up. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. The city.
So this is your first time, like
on the ground, out of the fob and into the city. Yeah, so
and that probably feels like you're unprotected and you're.
Oh man, I looked in every single car I was passing. I was looking at children crazy. I was like, yeah, don't run up on me like that. Stay back, please. And women that are pregnant, you got a bomb. I don't know.
Yeah.
Any of that.
They'll use all those tactics.
They will
to get American soldiers.
Definitely. So. I was a little, but as I got used to it and being out a few times, and it got more, like I said, relaxed, because when it wasn't as bad. We weren't in firefights every single week, and none of that. So it wasn't too bad.
How many firefights did you see?
I got in one. Like I said, it was very minor. Like I said, it was
Was that the one with with
the ID going off, and I said I didn't shoot, but some of our guns shot, and like I said, by the time the helicopters there, they just shot to, like I said, to get our soldiers, make sure they're safe, and knowing that we were firing.
Yeah.
I should have fired off, but I didn't know exactly where them bullets were coming from, so I didn't want to shoot through someone's house. And
how do you feel about war now? Because I ask because. People like me who've never been even close to one, and all of our knowledge of it comes from, movies or whatever. And it's kind of a glamorized perspective when you see guys doing their thing and like you admire the bravery from a distance, but it's also like heavy, when, and nobody should root for war or anything like that. But,
no.
Like, how do you feel about it now, versus like maybe before you went over there?
Yeah, I like I said, I think we definitely needed a break, and especially some of the guys I've seen that have done 4 and 5 different deployments and lost a lot of men, a lot of soldiers to suicide.
Yeah.
They were worn out. We needed a break, honestly. I don't. If you see somebody that's like, oh, let's go, I can't wait to go back to war. That's a red flag.
Yeah.
And they need some therapy and
for
stuff.
For sure.
Like a lot of us do in general. But
yeah.
Yeah, and you can point that stuff out, especially if, like you said, we have some. They recruit people that could be excited to go to war.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to really process that it's real. You know what I mean? Because we've never seen a war over here on U.S. soil, really.
No.
I mean, aside from 9/11 was the closest thing we've seen, and that was a long time ago. People forget about that, and if you live in bad areas, Chicago and Chirac. Call
it Chirac up there.
Yeah, you live in areas where there's a lot of
gang violence and stuff. Yeah, and maybe the mob days back in the day. But you just have bullet holes coming through your living room. You're trying to teach your daughter, get her to school and stuff. Like that feel probably the same.
Yeah, for sure. But I know there's something definitely too, like the guys that are like battle hardened and stuff versus the naive soldier who's never been. Because I remember, like, I watched a lot of like World War II documentaries and stuff, and some of it, like the Americans kind of entered the war after the Germans, so like the Germans were already battle hardened, and like that was an advantage because the young boys just getting off before Normandy, like they didn't know what the hell they were getting into, and not for the faint of heart for sure, but. That combat experience and everything like that. Gosh, it's so crazy to me. Thank you for your service, by the way.
Oh man,
Seriously,
it was
sure
an honor, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a fist bump on that.
Yeah.
No, it was an honor, and I tell people to this day, even though it was an honor, and I would do it again. If I was needed.
Mm-hmm.
If I was needed.
Because it's a real sacrifice, dude. I mean, psychologically, like the hard shit you got to go through, like no matter what you do over there. I mean,
I'm thankful I wasn't married and didn't have children at that time. And that's something else. Like I said, I made this decision for me and so I could go through and see, how the process is. And I'll tell you, the saddest thing I seen was when we were getting on buses at Fort Riley in Kansas, and seeing the soldiers and men that were married and had kids, and seeing their kids and wives crying and stuff when we're going off. And I just thought, I'm sitting there. I didn't even invite my family because I got such a quick notice of when I got stationed at Fort Riley that I was going to war.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was like 2 weeks. I didn't get to experience Kansas for a minute. They was like, hey, no garrison training or nothing. They was like, hey, we need you. You ain't been to war yet.
So that was sad
okay.
to you to see their kids and wives crying. Because like all the time away.
And all I was thinking about is, like I said, soldiers that don't come back, or the things that they do miss, like pregnancy. Some soldiers, get their wives pregnant before they then get deployed and then don't even get to see the birth of their child and stuff until they get back, or hopefully when they do get back.
Yeah.
So that stuff is stuff you're definitely thinking about. And also, like I said, while I'm there, being able to see them make phone calls and stuff touch my heart back home and to their wives and talk to their children for a second. That was very rarely at certain times when you could. It wasn't every day, and it's all of that. But
yeah, there's a lot of people. Yeah, you forget about the people that wives and kids at home. Like how hard that would be to be away from.
I can't imagine. Like I said, I don't have to. I never had, but I couldn't because it hit me in the heart a little bit. I was like,
for sure.
So I didn't get married. I didn't play around with none of it even then. I was like, I ain't gonna get, I'm gonna do it definitely for the money. I'm not here for that.
Right, right. It is kind of interesting. I know a lot of guys that if they enlist in the army or whatever, a lot of people get married very young in the military.
Very quickly. Like I said,
very quickly.
The benefits of it, like you said, as soon as you get married, you get to move off and have your own house. You get out the barracks, and of course, the military won't that because then you're more likely to do 20 years and stay in once you got that same structure, and your family's taken care of. Your wife probably got a degree now because she gets to go to school, and all that's paid for. Housing's paid for.
Your housing's paid for. Yeah.
All she got to do is hold the house and the kids down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At least while you're there.
Yeah. A buddy of mine.
And keep you sane.
Yeah.
Let you vent when you get off work and you don't got badgered by half the,
Yeah. You need a good woman at home sometimes to keep you grounded. Dude. I think every guy probably needs that. And that's, you and me both. We need to find a nice girl to settle down with. But
go to the cliffs one day together.
What's that?
The cliffs.
The cliffs? What's that?
It's like one of the nicest developments up, like where all the millionaires live up above, like 25.
Travelers Rest, dude. Yeah. We gotta set that. Yeah, we gotta get a place up in the cliffs.
We're gonna play golf, and I'll be the caddy. I don't care.
Shut up, bro. Yeah,
hey, dude, I'm cleaning houses, windows, everything that weekend. What y'all need done? This is David. He actually played for Green Bay.
Yeah, Green Bay Packers. We suck. T-shirt. But
missed old Brett Favre days. That's all.
Yeah, dude, I miss
seriously
Brett Favre too.
Yeah, he was a monster.
Yeah, but the marriage thing. I was gonna say, my buddy, he was stationed in Fort Bragg, and he enlisted probably a couple years out of college, and he was dating this girl.
82nd Airborne. Fort
82nd.
Bragg.
Yeah, I think he was in one of the airborne. Yeah, 82nd. That's what the Fort
That's where
Bragg.
you jump out of planes.
Yeah, dude. He enlisted, and then he had been dating this girl for a couple of months, and he married her. And he was like the first in our friend group to get married. We were like, Brad, what are you doing? But he's like, yeah, man, I know. And I think he did it for all those reasons we talked about. But it worked out.
They're still together?
Still together.
Nice. Kids?
Yep. She's a nurse. Yeah, he's got a son. And does he have 2 kids? He's going to kill me. He doesn't listen to this. Yeah, I say these guys are my best friends. They all shit on the podcast. They're all like, Dave, what are you doing? And I think that too a lot, but it's whatever. But yeah, man, that's good stuff. So, so you like Brett Favre?
Yeah, man. I was a Peyton Manning fan. I didn't necessarily pull for a team, but I pulled for the Manning. You know what I'm saying? Because he was extraordinary. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He's like the Elon Musk of football.
Yeah, Elon Musk of football. Yeah, dude. I remember
Brainiac.
Yeah,
big head, forehead, everything, all that. Like big head. You know how they make jokes about him on the roast and stuff about his helmet. They're like, bro, you'd have needed a bigger helmet.
He's got a big forehead like I do, dude. He's
his whole head.
Yeah, his whole head. I remember being afraid of playing the Colts because he was like the first quarterback
dangerous.
That I'm sure all quarterbacks read defenses, but I remember Peyton Manning, he was like a surgeon, like changing plays and like dissecting defenses. And I was like, yeah, we can't really stack up. And Brett Favre was kind of the opposite. He wasn't like, he was kind of just this aw shucks gunslinger type guy.
Yes.
And he didn't even know what a nickel defense was until a few years into the NFL, which is
hard to believe.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, he's just throwing it out there, and he's got a rocket for an arm, and so. But he was like an Iron Man, in terms of toughness, because he didn't have all those nice rules for quarterbacks today,
right?
Where like you touch him and they throw a flag. He would get the shit kicked out of him,
and would get up smiling, not smiling, but in his head he's like, yeah, come on, hit me again.
Yeah,
and I'm going to this next play, 85 yards, watch bomb.
Yeah,
on the money.
Yeah. So you said, what's your favorite sport? Is it basketball? As you said, you played basketball in high school?
I did. I'd probably say it is basketball. Or even though now I'm not much into sports, I've taken myself out of a lot of stuff, even movies and TV and stuff. And I don't do that. I do play a lot of video games. Don't tell nobody that. Yeah. That's take my mind. I get my mind off things, especially over my healing process and stuff.
For sure.
But I don't watch much sports and stuff, but I do. I love basketball.
Yeah. What position did you play in basketball?
Oh, I was 4. 4?
I was power forward. That's what I played.
Did you?
Yeah.
I know you're tall. I know you was in the paint.
Yeah.
I know you was.
Yeah, dude, because I couldn't handle the ball very well.
Me either back then. But
yeah. I did like to bang around.
But I get them rebounds and
yeah, dude, I was the same.
And box you out and all that. So that mattered, and be able to pass out and make people have to come in to defend me.
For sure. Yeah, I'm getting you.
Yeah, I see, he on me.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
I'm going to be on it. I'm going to keep it right here.
Yeah.
Well, I sit the water and everything. Watch this.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, dude, I played the 4. I was never a starter in high school basketball. Well, I was JV, but I was the guy who came off the bench and brought energy to the game, but
that matters.
Never the go-to guy, but that was more football. But cool, man. What video games do you play?
Rocket League. There's a game called Rocket League. You ever heard of that?
No. What's that?
Man, it is insane, man. It's basically like cars. Like think Hot Wheels, like Hot Wheels cars. Think you can customize them. You can change whatever color you want, and you're playing soccer.
With the cars?
Against 2-on-2 or 3-on-3.
Okay.
And you actually there's aerodynamics in it. So you can get boosts while you're going across the map, and you can fly up into the air and hit the ball and be deflecting.
Dude, that sounds awesome. What console is this on?
I think it's on the majority of them now. I think it's on all consoles.
So what do you play it on?
I played on Xbox.
Okay.
But it's on PlayStation 4, PS5, computer.
Yeah.
I want you to check that out too. Man. Look at it. It is one of the most complicated and physics in it.
Yeah,
or just
so that's what gets you engaged.
Oh yeah, that and the soccer too. It's like so you're flying in the air, and then you can demo other cars too if you run into them fast enough.
Okay.
So if you want to use that as a tactic, you can.
Nice.
Or if you're just angry and toxic.
Yeah. You just got to get some energy out.
That's it. And what else? I played Fortnite there for a while, but I gave up on it. I didn't give up on it, but it just got a little corny kind of after a while.
Yeah.
But during the beginning, when it first came out, it was the #1 game in the world. Like it was sick. Like being able to build it, and even kids doing it. Like you're building and while you're fighting.
You're building in real time.
Yes, bro. That was like, man, that's incredible.
Yeah, it's a cool game. I never played, but I've watched my cousins play and different friends play, and it was cool. You dropped out of a hot air balloon or something at the beginning?
Yeah.
Is that what happens?
Yeah, that's how it's connected to a bus.
Yeah, connected to a bus, and they all drop
100 people on one map. And So
that's fun as hell to watch.
And I tell you, the coolest thing one of the coolest things I did was Fortnite was go to a concert. You know what I'm saying, on there, like a real time concert. It was
in Fortnite.
Yeah, who was the first one? Travis Scott did a concert on there.
Okay.
And then
so what, like virtual reality?
Yeah, it's like, you know what I'm saying. You know, you get to run up to a part of the map, and they change the whole stage, and then he comes out, and it immerses you into a whole concert. And
so where was he
in
performing?
The world.
Was he performing in VR? Like
no, it wasn't. It wasn't VR. It was just in the world. He was huge. His whole character was huge, and all you got, like, you're little and looking up at him coming through and just performing his whole song.
Was it actually him, or was it like a pre-recorded?
No, it was like a cartoon version.
Okay, I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Yeah, but it was still, like, you know what I'm saying, it was cool. And then Ariana Grande, they did one with her, which was sick. Like,
yeah.
And then,
so how many people are like watching this concert?
Oh man, it's just millions of people. I mean, in one game, like you said, maybe just 50 to 100.
Right.
But
I gotcha.
There's millions of games going on, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, all around all the consoles. So is everybody getting?
Dude, that's interesting. So the community vibe is there. Like, I'm in it with all the other players.
Yeah, got to watch the New Year's ball drop on there. I was playing on New Year's one year with some of my guys, and we go on there, and sure enough, and at midnight, the whole ball comes down from the middle of the world, and everybody's just celebrating, doing weird stuff.
Everybody's doing the dances,
jumping up and building up in the air, and like trying to look at it higher. You're like,
wait, so do people take a break from shooting at each other to do?
Oh yeah.
What if you're just a dick and just started shooting, like looking at the ball? Like, people could do that, I guess. Dude, that's
Halo, of course. Gears of War. I'm just throwing some big ones out there.
We played Halo in college.
Yeah,
they like treated us. They built this new student union where they had, like, stuff in the common area, and like you could play on the big screen or like on these little gamer stations. And we would get drunk and come to the student union at like 2 a.m. on like a Friday or Saturday, like after parties were done, and then we'd go and just play Halo, like with the boys.
Yes, sir.
And we'd get some food and just chill, and that was great.
Fun. Stick somebody with a sticky grenade. Love, that's the best part of Halo. You catch somebody with one of them sticky. Yeah. Plasma grenade. Wow. Watch them go like, that was good aim, wasn't it?
Yeah. Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah. Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Dude, that's that's great. That Fortnite stuff and like the common concerts, that gets me thinking about the metaverse and like how they're doing more stuff about that. Do you think the metaverse is real? I mean, do you think it's like not real? It is real, but like it's gonna catch on, broadly speaking.
Man, I think it'd take a good another 10 years at least, but
I agree. I think 10 years is.
But
it's gonna take a while, I think.
No, it's gonna definitely be a thing. More people, are probably trying to do things staying in, like people ordering groceries and stuff now, like with Walmart and all that stuff.
Yeah,
the autonomous stuff. So you'll be able to go on there and buy, go shopping like you're in Hollywood or something,
right?
To the same stores and stuff, and So I think it'll catch on after a while, but
I kind of hope it does because I want cryptocurrency to be a thing, and as I understand it, the blockchain for some of these cryptocurrencies will be how exchanges can happen virtually. So I was pretty high on that until, I don't know, I feel like this year the economy crashed again, sort of. Like the stock market definitely did. And a lot of the crypto, Bitcoin went to like everything. It's way off the highs that it was on in terms of value. And I think the hype kind of died down for a little bit with what we're in this recession. But I don't know, man. It's interesting because I've never been a huge gamer. I'm not sure about like what the appeal, broadly speaking, will end up being. But
is it mainly centered? It ain't really necessarily centered around gaming, or is it the meta?
It's not, but I always look to the gamers to see what they're doing because it seems like a lot of younger people are into it. Like kids are really into gaming. Kids are into VR or whatever, more so than people my age are.
Yes.
So usually look to the kids to see like, oh, what's the next thing going to be, or things like is it Twitch? What's
the where they stream?
Where they stream?
Is
Twitch
the
streaming one?
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
Is Twitch still pretty big?
Yeah, Twitch is still doing its thing. And I think they had a partnership with, I think, like Microsoft there for a while where you could have it even on the console. But, then Microsoft, of course, tried to have their own version of it. And So
I don't know. I think gaming and crypto, I think the overlap there is with NFTs because I don't understand NFTs.
Fungible token.
Non-fungible token. Yeah, I don't get it I don't understand it that well, but my like amateur understanding of it is that it's like a blockchain similar to how cryptocurrency is decentralized and you can track the transactions. NFTs are on the Ethereum blockchain, and they're like digital assets that are you could track ownership of between users, I guess.
Yes.
So they're just pictures of apes and Bored Ape Yacht Club and stuff like that. Like that's what it starts as. But if you could have other forms of digital assets to trade on the blockchain in a virtual world, then it could be more than just those pictures. It would be, I don't know, like you could have a digital apartment that has an actual digital location that you could track the value of and exchange with other people, like digital real estate or digital.
That's really cool.
And you need an underlying currency to support all of that. So that to me was the first time I was like, okay, cryptocurrency might have an application. Like you might be able to use it. It's not just something to, bros try to get rich off of.
Yeah.
Because that's what I feel like a lot of people, like the hype is, I want to get rich quick off this.
And then get out.
My question, and then get out. And that's just like a stupid investment. But could it actually be used by people? Like, is it like something where people will take to it, like social media? Because you need a mass of people using it and exchanging it for it to be worth anything. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know a lot about it, but.
You did definitely know more than me, and then I did study it too, because of course it was not only trending like globally after a while in Brazil and then everywhere else, and
I was
huge.
just curious about connecting the dots between like a virtual world, which you kind of like in gaming and things like that, and then like the average person, would they like use it? Would they like have a place in the metaverse, and would they use digital assets to flex on people? Kind of, people flex on social media.
They do it on Grand Theft Auto online and stuff. It's kind of the same. Go in there and buy your nice cars, and they come out with new motorcycles and stuff.
Yeah, so you got the new motorcycle, like you buy it with crypto, and then like I'm like I have a digital net worth that's
like The Sims. So you starting
like
out down
Sims,
here,
bro. Yeah, exactly. Bottom, then you're a better Sim, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It'll be big. It'll get there, especially as much money as they dumped into it.
Yeah.
And they're taking it very seriously.
Yeah, they'll push it for sure. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But, dude, let's talk about comedy.
Yeah.
We haven't even talked about comedy yet.
Yeah, we have.
When did you start stand-up?
I started probably about 3 years ago. And I met, of course, I know Queen Momo from singing at Sharky's and around town a little bit. And I didn't even know that she did comedy. And a lot of people don't. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to, you know what I'm saying? You want people to ask you or eventually, find out. But, I want to say Brandon Rainwater came down one day, and I didn't know who he was at the time. And I just, chopped it up to him, and I was like, hey, how you doing? What you do? And he said, comedy. I said, really? You know what I'm saying? Smile. I was like, it's cool.
I love that Brandon says that, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, you could say anything else. It's another job. But he said comedy. I'm a comedian.
Yeah.
I love when you're assertive with that shit. I love how Brandon owns that.
And that's those first words out of his mouth. I'm telling you. I said, and I looked at it, I said, okay. And, like I said, at the time, I wasn't in the scene here. I'd never been to the Comedy Zone or any other places, even Coffee Underground for improv or comedy. So I didn't, wasn't too familiar.
You didn't know it existed.
No, not here. You know what I'm saying? But and he said that. I said, okay, it's cool. So he hung out for a little bit, and then I was really interested. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a class clown in middle school,
class clown.
Middle school and stuff. And me and my stepsister at the same time, we both made class clown that year.
Yeah,
it was crazy. But,
hell yeah, dude.
So I just took a mental note of what he said and stuff. And of course, I didn't ask him to tell a joke, but I knew I was gonna follow him. Yeah, and Queen Momo, and that's when I linked with them. And I was like, yeah, let me, come try some, come see what it's about. Is what I said. And sure enough, I think there was a Queen Momo took me in and showed me what she does. She's hosting and stuff there. And
so this was at Comedy Zone. Was when you first went to like kind of watch.
Did my first three? Yep, yeah. I didn't. Yeah, I went and watched first and was taking notes. Just trying to be.
Yeah. What were your observations the first time you walked into the Comedy Zone?
Oh man, like you said, the presence of the stage, you could tell it was very well set up and stuff.
It's cool, man. It's a real comedy club.
It is, bro. It's nice. Those from the curtains to the whole setup.
The brick wall behind it.
The brick wall.
That's pretty iconic to me.
It is.
Like a lot of stand-ups I think of when I think of famous ones, or just I think of a comedy club. I think of you're standing in front of a brick wall.
Mm-hmm. So I love about Robin Scott, and her shows in Anderson. She has like a little. It's like a
she had
just like a plastic. You're there. It's the plastic version of it, but she still makes sure she had
made
a brick wall
behind it.
Yeah, and I loved her
whole
whole
and a spotlight.
Yeah,
that's it. Just belt out your
and
jokes.
people gonna know what you're gonna. Yeah, they know it's comedy about to go down in here.
Yeah,
you know
for sure.
So, yeah, that's cool.
So you watched and then you did your first 3-minute set.
Yeah, then I came back and did my first 3 minutes.
Was it like the week after?
Probably, yeah. It was probably about that next week, and I was like, yeah, okay, I think I could come up and do something.
What'd you do your first time on stage?
Oh man, I want to say, like I said, it was just it was really. I was I think I had a the hats, the camouflage hats that's got like the for hunting, that's got the mask that comes down. Yeah. It's all camo.
Yeah,
I had one of those hats on. I didn't like I said, I didn't know the structure of comedy, so I didn't know if you should be having stuff like that on stage. But I had the mask down, wasn't showing my face.
Yeah,
and looked at both sides of the crowd. And then I even said some, like it was like told a little bit about myself, and then I took it off and just like threw it and showed my face.
Did people laugh when you took your?
Yeah. Because I thought I was talking country and stuff at first too to try to throw them off.
Yeah,
I'm from TR, and you know what I'm saying, Marietta. Shout out 29661.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what I'm saying, and just went off into some improv on that. But
that's awesome. It sounds like a good first set, dude.
It was okay. You know what I'm saying, but it was okay. I mean, and the 3 minutes felt like 10, of course. You know how that is.
Yeah.
Even 3 minutes then felt like 10 minutes, I swear.
Yeah.
The bright lights, I know I was looking at them, probably in front of everybody. I was like, oh my goodness. I think a lot of people do that, especially newcomers. They'll get up there and say something about them lights.
Yeah.
Being so bright. But I got used to them kind of now.
It's hot.
Or... I know what time it is. I don't take these things off, but
exactly.
Be up there and be like, I beat the system.
For sure,
and I said that before, I know. But,
for sure.
So it was good. 3 minutes, and then I was itching for more time and stuff, and to come back and keep working, learning the whole process, working material, listen and getting the light. It took me a while. Like I said, ADHD. It took me a while to be. I messed that light up. You got to catch it, and get your time in it. So all learning all that.
Probably obvious to explain to people, but like a lot of comics watch this, but the light you're talking about, they light you after when you have 60 seconds left, and you got to kind of look in the back and see when it's on and wrap your stuff up.
Yeah,
that's the lingo. Dude, that's cool. So you had a good first set. When did you introduce music to your act?
I really even haven't too much even now. I haven't, and I need to, because like even Teen Link from Columbia, he comes down, and I seen him come in there and do it one day. I was like, yes. I was like, okay, I gotta start. I gotta start doing it. Especially I sing. One of my favorites is Prince Purple Rain in my own style. But come out even to the instrumental. I gotta do it. I gotta do it soon. Yeah, and I'll try it at Radio Room next time and let you just play the instrumentals or something, like for even Purple Rain or whatever. And I'll come up and just improvise the song for a second. I'm like, oh yeah. Y'all like it or no? You see how they judge it. Huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, if not, I'll shut up and do comedy now.
Yeah. What do you get out of comedy, you think? I mean, you said you were hooked and itching to do it more after you did it the first time, but what do you get out of
just
comedy?
Being able to tell my story, like you said, black and white. My last name's Whiteside.
Yeah.
And just to see how you really pick all that up. And then in the middle of my set, I'm like mulatto, or I keep saying things to people get the point across. And so I want people to know that. And then Whiteside. And then and I can bounce between both kind of sometimes, and like, oh, y'all didn't know Alan Jackson was in town this week, did y'all? And then on the first side of that, anybody ready for this Travis Scott concert? Right. Ain't nobody gonna get stomped at this one, because I'm doing security,
right?
But
it's cool, man. That's a cool part of stand. You can tell your story, and you can see how it connects with people. Like, your own story is your own story, but like when people are drawn in and it's going well and people are laughing, they're with you, dude. So it's like, it's pretty damn cool.
That the last, like you said, the laughs and not only that, but people come up and actually talking to you and telling you like, like, man, I liked your energy or any of that. It really is fulfilling.
Yeah, you feel seen.
Yes,
by people.
That don't even know you, or and comedy, like you said, comedy is one of the toughest things. Comedy and poetry. You know what I'm saying? Those just doing that, it's just very tough and strategic. So at times, but a lot of times we can go in and have fun too. With each other. So
for sure. There's a good group of people to hang with and friends and stuff. It's not like the military, but I was gonna make it's kind of like stand up so hard that like the people that are doing it a lot, you kind of develop a little bit more of a friendship with those people, because it's
because we know we've been out here grueling.
Yeah, you suffer together.
Yeah,
you have fun together.
Yeah,
it's a good time.
That's what I love. Even about our scene, you know what I'm saying? We like I said, we started even Queen Momo. There's a lot to thank for that too. Is how she pulled us all into Sharky's, and not only that, it's smart to all the comics from Comedy Zone now coming to Sharky's. Yeah. And so like I said, we're being noticed, and we can go in there and have and cut up. And actually, a lot of us have done that. We bring our humor in there a little bit and cut up with each other.
Yeah, for sure. I wonder, like Sharky's is a great hang, and I wonder if people that are just like common bar patrons there are like, who the hell is this group of like knuckleheads? We're loud, we're laughing.
Yes, and dapping each other up when we all coming in the door.
Dapping each other up, and like, dude, what is this group of people? Because like it looks very random, like in terms of the comics, because we're all different, ages, races, genders. Like it's random. There's really nothing common about us except that we do comedy. And we have fun together.
That's it.
So it's just a random group of people. It's pretty cool. And then we're usually, like a lot of the comics are the first to sign up for karaoke. So I mentioned at the beginning, but you are a killer karaoke singer.
Man, I really appreciate that. I'm telling you, I would not be doing comedy right now if it wasn't for me like singing. I had to find some approaches to get in front of crowds again and not be so seclusive. And I am still kind of like that. I even be out in the middle of a lot of us sometimes and be by myself or in the back but still, like I said, I'm out. I'll get in front of people. I'll sing, and singing was it. For me.
How long? When did you start doing karaoke? Like how long before comedy too? I guess.
Oh yeah, man. I've been probably doing karaoke for about at least 8 or 9 years now in the scene.
Is that when you first figured out you could sing, or did you sing growing up in choir or like other stuff?
I knew I could sing a little bit, but I've never, like I said, did karaoke and got the recognition from it. Yeah. Knowing that, like, okay, you know what I'm saying? And that's like I said,
people putting their beer down and looking up, being like, oh man, this guy.
And coming up and offering me a beer. After, like, bro, you did so good. Would you like to get a beer? Yeah, I appreciate that. And even if I'm not drinking much at all that time, just the respect level of that is really cool. And it did push me. And like I said, a lot of times I'll focus on the songs that, that really have a meaning to me. Even, like I said, you can't go around singing R. Kelly and Greenville. I make that joke now, but I do sing I Believe I Can Fly for personal reasons.
Yeah, what personal reason?
Just like, like I believe I can fly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I do believe, you can
be free and
that's it. Like bottom line there, like and then Marshall Tucker Band, Can't You See? And and like I said, it's trending. That's a local band from Spartanburg. It's country, and Gonna Catch a Freight Train. I don't care where it goes. It's time, it's time for me to get out and see the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying, a little bit and venture on. But Gonna Catch a Freight train. Then Can't You See What That Woman Done to Me? I can't say I haven't been hurt by a woman before, but it hurts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah.
In my Dave Chappelle voice. That shit hurts.
Yeah, man. I think behind
nigga need a drink.
Yeah, dude. A lot of guys that go on to do great things. I think there's like a woman that broke their heart back that can motivate them. That's a real.
That's why blues was developed.
Yeah,
my achy breaky heart, all that.
Dude, I'm with you, man. Like when it comes to songs that have a personal meaning and you can sing those and be in that energy, dude, belt it out, dude. That is. Yeah, I feel like I see that in you, and then I name drop Alexis on here a lot, but she's another one when I see her on the karaoke stage where I don't know if all the songs she sings have personal significance, but she seems free when she's
she does singing. Man, I was blown away by seeing her sing for the first time. That says a lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long she's been singing, but she definitely has an emotional attachment to it.
Yeah,
and she does it very well. So I respect that. I do.
It's cool when both of those things kind of combine. Like if you're free on stage doing comedy, you're going to be more free doing songs, and you just
interconnected. Yes, and that's how I did it. I did it reverse way. Started with karaoke, and now I'm in comedy, and I do both now. And I'm gonna, like I said, merge them together here soon, and bring it together.
Yeah, I love it, man. Where are we at? We're at.
Oh.
I might have to bounce here in a little bit because we gotta head up to Asheville. Yeah, man, I'm trying to think of what else I could add. So you brought your ukulele here.
I did.
Could you play a little something on the ukulele for us?
I definitely can.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm saying it's a little strumming and stuff. And
yeah, did you write that?
No, I didn't. But oh, my bad. I think it's picking me up. No, I didn't write that, David. I got Jill to do it. She seems like she's a better writer than me. No, just practicing the major chords and strumming, and it sounded really good to me, and I like it, and can end it really quickly if I'm going to use it in comedy or
right. When did you start learning the ukulele?
I bought this for my birthday last year, December. You know what I'm saying? Just a Capricorn. Shout out.
Yeah.
December 28th.
Yeah.
So yeah, I bought myself a gift, and it was like I said to put something in my hand and hopefully inspire my nephews to pick up an instrument one day.
Okay, you got nephews?
I do. Yeah, I have 2 nephews.
How old are they?
3. My sister gonna kill me. Yeah. You saying that earlier, but no, I got 3 nephews, and one's 9, another one's 6, and we got a 2-year-old right now.
Okay.
So but yeah, they're playing football now and stuff. But yeah, they definitely watch what Uncle Chris does. One of them's a gamer.
Yeah.
But also he's a brainiac too, and they got like the technology award in like the 3rd grade. So I was like, that's because your Uncle Chris, he know about HDMI's and computers, and so he think he's slick. Yeah. But man, they love it. All 3 of them actually. They'll still see me, walking around and playing, and especially Happy Birthday. I done played Happy Birthday for all of them at their birthdays, and not only that, but people in general. And that's one of my things too.
That's great, man. That's great. It's great you picked that up, setting a good example for the nephew.
And it's electric. I'm gonna say that too. I don't like to brag, but this is, y'all see it, right? This is electric acoustic.
Yes. Yeah, so when you take that on stage, you can plug that in.
Yeah, and I got the cutest amp. So I'll use the word cute. You can say it's small and petite.
Yeah. But dude, that's awesome. You bring your own amp up.
Amps
there.
like that big.
Yeah.
She's playing. She's singing to me.
Yeah. What's your favorite song you can play on there? Was that the one?
No, it's probably Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Mary Had a Little Lamb? All right, play Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Mary Had a Little Lamb or Happy Birthday. We'll probably do Happy Birthday. You know what I'm saying? We're going to say I ain't mastered Mary Had a Little Lamb yet. I ain't been going to church enough through COVID.
You went to church in Iraq, though, right?
Of course.
Gotta go to church.
And I'm 33 now, so I need to stay in there all year.
Word, bro.
Until the end of this year.
I'm 33, too. All right.
This is for David's birthday. When's your birthday?
Oh, November 2nd.
No, okay, November 2nd. Y'all got that. I'm going to come back and play it, and we're going to have a birthday party.
All right. I'm blown away. This is impressive. Awesome. Funny, dude.
Yeah, that little happy birthday, man. I can't tell you how many conversations I started just walking the street. You know what I'm saying? And I'll ask them, I'll set them up, of course. Anybody have any recent birthdays?
Yeah.
And it'd be one. Somebody did it in the crowd at coffee a couple weeks ago. Okay. One person raised his hand, and sure enough, I looked at my baby to the left. I call this my baby now. Just let y'all know. I don't have any kids, and I don't know if I plan to. It's called Planned Parenthood. That was an inside joke, but yeah, man, it's a good time. I'm gonna learn. I used to play the viola in middle school, and I wanted to pick something back up. And hopefully, I move to a guitar after this, and then piano. Okay. I might jump in college and actually go to school for music. Yeah, and take my singing to a whole nother level.
You go,
hopefully,
dude. That's awesome.
Marshall Tucker Band, Tennessee. Yeah, I'm like, it's the first light skinned comedian we got. I mean, not comedian. Excuse me, part-time comedian, but that was a joke. Yeah, singer. You know what I'm saying? To go out and take that seriously, and comedy too. Take it all to a whole different level. And
for sure, man.
In the future.
That's awesome. I'm always jealous of the people that can incorporate music. That's great. Well, dude, we can kind of wrap it up, I guess. Do you have anything you want to shout out before we sign off?
Yeah, man. Let me, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and give some shout outs to Branded Customs. You know what I'm saying? I got to stand up for this. But you see, we got the Panda guy. You probably seen me a lot in these
You might
hoodies.
be cut off there.
Did it cut off?
No.
Here. Yeah, let me sit back down. Where I get back in the angle. But y'all see the Panda Gang. Shout out to Branded Customs. They're doing good things. They had a shop at the mall, and which was really impressive. You know, to see one of our friends in the community open their own store at the mall was cool. Even though it was after COVID, but man, I went in there and supported them, and I wear that. And the Panda to me, like I said, black and white, last name Whiteside. So my spirit animal is kind of represented with their Panda. So I want to shout them out. And then my brand, Most Valuable, you know what I'm saying? Even gamer tag, Most Valuable Hitman Xbox. Y'all want to bang bang.
Yeah.
But I got that. What is failure? You know what I'm saying? But y'all come out and see us, man. We really do have a great time in the community, sure, and I think that's all we really got for a shout out.
Sounds great, man. And I'll link all your social media and stuff. Check Whiteside out. You're always, breath of fresh air. Positive vibes.
That was a picture.
Did you take a picture?
Yeah, and I'm gonna shoot you the video I got. I don't know. Some of it might be the selling, but whatever you want to do with it.
Yeah,
and then throw it in, and I'll shoot you some stuff, and like I said, photos and stuff from my past life to kind of go along with some of the stuff we've been saying.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll throw that on the intro, and man, it was awesome. Check Whiteside out on stage.
Whiteside.
Yeah, coffee, Sharkies, singing karaoke. When you do Prince, man, it's.
And especially when it rains.
Yeah.
Most of the time I wait to sing that when it's raining.
Purple Rain.
And I'm like, where can I go to do some karaoke tonight?
Yeah.
And I'll go in and set them up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then like when I say set them up, I might do Kid Rock, God Knows Why, or Marshall Tucker Band, or some country.
Yeah.
Or Old Red, and then switch straight into Prince.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying, vice versa. Or do R. Kelly. And
For sure.
Yeah. I Believe I Can Fly only. I don't do nothing else.
Nothing else with R. Kelly.
Yes,
all
sir.
Right, man. Well, dude, thanks a lot for coming.
Man, I had a blast, bro.
Yeah,
I really
dude,
did.
It was great. All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. See you next time.